What's up, guys? It's Just Jake Reviews, and behind me is a beautiful 2015 Lexus RC 350 M Sport. Now you're saying, Jake, you reviewed that car last year. Yes and no. I reviewed the RCF, which is the V8 high performance version. This is not that. This is kind of like a HEF F, like I explained before with BMW. So what this is, it's a 3.5 liter V6 in the same exact chassis as the RCF, just obviously not as fast. You're getting as many features, yada yada. But it's a lot more cheaper, a lot less power. So my question is, do you want to spend the 50 grand on an RCF, or maybe save about 20-30 grand and get yourself a regular RC? Now that's what we're here to find out today. Now, I usually go in the history about the cars. If you're not new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But I've already gone over this car. Like I said before, I reviewed the RCF. I went over the review of what the RC means, radical coupe, what the history is, how it came to be, yada yada, went over S-Sport, yada yada. Look at that video. I go full information on that. This is all about the engine that's inside. So, without further ado, let's take a walk around this thing. Alright, check out this beautiful front end. If you want to meet the owner, here he is. His name is Harrison. He's $1 million. He has tens of thousands of cars. I'm just kidding. He just, what do you work for, Spectrum or something like that?
Yeah, saved for a while.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So obviously I went over the front fascia, was pretty good looking design. It's not as, I would say, appearance wise, there's not a lot of things they do, especially with the regular RC. The RCF, they really trim it up a little bit, but the regular RC it's sharp looking, but the headlights are kind of bland looking. But it's not too bad, not too bad. I always like the signature LED lights you get right here. Pretty nice. Now, did you get LED lights when you got this?
Like the headlights?
Yeah.
I think they are.
That's good, that's good. Lexus always does that, but I didn't know what year they started doing that.
Yeah, they're not halogens, I definitely know that for a fact.
Yeah, you don't want halogen, trust me. Real nice wheels. I do like these wheels. They are, I believe the RCF gets them as well. You can get any different wheels. Are you planning on changing them out?
Probably not. I'll probably keep them because I already kind of like how they are.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. I recommend giving them a little bit of a bath when you get a chance, but you know, they're pretty nice.
Yeah.
F-Sport. Now, the difference between this and an RCF and the other one is the base model doesn't say this, and the RCF doesn't say F-Sport, it just says F. And you also get a vent right here in the fender.
And different grille on the base.
And different grille. This car doesn't have that because it's not the RCF. It's like a good middle between the two, which is not a bad car. I always love the styling of the RC. It's such a really good looking car.
Yeah, that's kind of the reason that kind of draw me towards it too.
It's a good looking car. Now, it's not as good looking as an RCF, as an LFA, LC500. Well, those cars are like 5 times more, but you know.
Yeah, say the LC is what, like 100,000?
Yeah, more like, yeah, 100,000 for a V8. So it's a good car, but it's not fast in any.
It's cool looking.
Yeah, it's cool looking. Yeah, but always like these taillights are pretty good looking. They're the more sharpest looking, but they're pretty good looking for. It really makes this car distinctive. Is these taillights, whereas the front is kind of basic looking. The rear end really nice and aggressive. And I always liked that they did that. Now, I believe the RCF, you do get, that becomes that's natural vent. On this car, it's not, because...
Yeah, it's just cover.
Yeah, they just did that to do that. And you get quad tailpipes, stuff like that. The trunk, I believe I went over it. Thank you, Pre. Huh?
It's a mess. I mean, open if you want.
Show a picture of RCF. Here. Boom. Done. Now you see it's the same car.
Yeah.
All right, let's pop the hood and show you guys why the whole reason I got this car. Where is it?
I'm not doing too much commenting, am I? I'm not doing too much commenting, am I?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Well, I like to talk to the owner because I don't know about some cars.
I'm still learning too. Like, I didn't know that RC stood for, you say radical coupe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that's what it actually stood for. I knew the TC stood for touring coupe.
Yeah, and one thing that's I personally don't like about the RC, it's a mixture of different cars. It's they pretty much took bits and pieces from different cars and mashed them
It's
together.
basically a two-door IS.
Yeah.
It's built on. I know there's a. I'm pretty sure those are built on the same platform, aren't they?
Yeah. Same build form on the ISF. Yeah, but it has a weird touring. I still love the car. It's just there's some good things and there's some bad things about it. But yeah, here's the V6. This is a 3.5 liter V6, makes about 303 horsepower.
Like that.
Not a lot, but it's not bad. Whereas the RCF, you get 471, which really that's not a big difference. And really,
It's as much power. Well, the RCF. I mean, my mom has a SRT8, and it has. That's about what it's pushing to. Is I think it was like 470.
so yeah, it's about you can get out of something like that without going supercharging or anything else like that. But hey, it's a good engine. Are you planning on supercharging it, turboing it, put a giant thing on it, make 1,000,000 horsepower?
No, I need it to be reliable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be driving this thing for probably at least several years.
Yeah, it's a Lexus.
Yeah.
And well, what's great about Lexus, it's still a Toyota. It's a Toyota reliability. Nothing's gonna break on it. Well, nothing will break. It's just less likely.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's hop inside. Always like this car.
You want me to hop in the passenger seat?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll give you a quick overview of the stuff in here. I'm not sure if it's any different from the app.
I think it's exactly the same, maybe not as much. I don't know.
You get heated and cooled seats.
Ooh, that's nice.
I'm not sure if the F had it. Just throw that back there.
One thing the F didn't have, these red seats. This is nice.
What color were the RCF seats?
White.
White. I see the other one I was looking at, this was just the regular RC, it wasn't the F Sport. It had black seats and wood trimming.
This is nice. Yeah, what he had was here. When you get the RCF, you get the S Sport seats. These are not the S Sport seat because
I've seen them.
Yeah, they're not. They're very comfortable, but these are not the S Sport seats, but they're pretty nice bolster. I mean, this is pretty nice, and it's leather. I like how one thing I love about the RCF is the way Lexus did this car. They put all the leather inside up here and really made. Oh, carbon fiber! Crap, you get carbon fiber too. I think that's carbon fiber.
I think it's not real carbon fiber. It's probably just like a, it's probably like a faux carbon fiber, but I mean, either way.
It's nice.
Yeah.
The RCF does have it. I know it does. So,
Because I think carbon fiber naturally is a little bit darker.
yeah. And start this car, put your foot on the brake. Nice. Music off.
X band, K band,
Music off.
KA band, laser,
I'll just unplug it.
GP.
There you go. Then you got this tachometer spray. I've already went over everything in this thing, pretty much. There's anything different that this may have that the RCF didn't have or may not have?
I mean, less power, obviously. The screen I know is basically out of the RCF. I'm sure the infotainment and all that's probably still the same. Analog clock.
Same wheel. This is
Yeah.
the same exact wheel, same exact paddles. The only thing difference is the RCF says F. This is F Sport. That's the only difference.
And really, the things I know this car is missing is it had radar cruise control as an option that this doesn't have, and I think a heated steering wheel, which this doesn't have either.
Do you really need that?
No, those two things I don't care about.
Yeah. And the only thing, here's something I always don't like about the RC. I don't know if they changed it in the new one. I've been in the new one, I forget. Is the way they laid this out.
I don't like how you have to like, that's like a touch sensor. I'd much rather have like a knob.
Yeah, and the way they did all this clumped together, that looks so old looking. It's like, what is this, from the 90s? Like,
I'm pretty sure my mom's, sorry, it's getting kind of warm in here.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure my mom's Camry, I mean, besides this, because it's got actual knobs, I think like the climate controls and everything is basically the same or very similar.
Yeah.
And that's a 13-year-old car now.
Yeah, exactly. Why, Lexus, why are you doing the same thing in this? I'm like, I've always liked this. Now that is a pretty old map. I'm not gonna lie, that's a very old map for 2015. I'm sure you can get you around, but man, look at that.
Yeah, one thing that was funny is the maps from 2014, and I was driving. They built a highway since then. I went through there and the highway just didn't exist on the map.
Oh wow. So yeah, you just use your phone when
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
this has good space.
yeah.
One thing I like about the RC is you get a lot of space in this car. Even though it's a sport car, you can fit 2 people ground back there. Like I let my assistant drive the RCF, and I got in the back. And I was completely comfortable. That's what I like about it. You can fit people in here. It's not really made for 4 people, but all the time. But if you want to fit 4 people, you can. Yeah, you can. Thank you.
You probably don't want to fit 4 people in here for a long trip.
Yeah, but if you need to go to like dinner, if you're
going across town, it'd be okay.
Yeah, if you like, say you're going on a double day and they're like, oh, my car broke down, can we use your car? You have a nice car. And you're like, you and your girl sit there, and then you and they're back there, and they do their stuff back there. You know, you can have a good time. You get your Lexus clock. This is standard on every single Lexus. And I forget what year they started doing this, but it's a standard clock, nothing special, but it says Lexus on it. So when you're if you read the grid, like, hey, $1,000 Lexus watch. Yeah. Or you can just take it for like, hey, look everybody, I have a Lexus watch. Look, I'm special. I can get into Brios now, no problem. But yeah, and you get Dolby audio system. The audio system's pretty good in this car.
It is.
Yeah. Obviously, I can't show it due to copyright reasons, but besides that, it's nice. I love how they laid out this car. Besides that, this is very good looking. The way they did the leather, the little console. Oh, I like that red and black. I like that.
The only other thing I would criticize is the touchpad.
Yeah, the touchpad ain't the best. I mean, this touchpad I've used better.
Yeah. Like I said, I feel like, because I test drove one of the Lexus that had the little nub instead. I think I like the nub a little bit better than that. But I mean, personally, I think I would much rather go with like a dial, or just, even with not being a huge fan of touchscreens, I think a touchscreen would probably still be better than this.
Alright. It's still good though. And really, you can get like a little mouse or something, or like a USB. I'm sure there's USB in here. You can plug
they're in the.
Yeah, you can just plug in a mouse and play with it or something. I'm sure it'll work. And the only thing better than this is BMW, but they have a little trackpad, which is pretty good. But it's a BMW, and you get BMW reliability, which is amazing for about 100,000 miles. Then you have so many problems because the iDrive starts to have problems because BMW ain't the best. No offense, I love BMWs, don't get me wrong, but when you look at 2015 M Sport I did, you look at all the stuff that's on it, yes, it's a good car, but again,
there's also one more thing that I could show you too. I'm not sure, and you could cut this out too if you want, because I know it'll show location and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you go to info,
I had no idea.
Yeah, you got a full-blown weather map. We'll zoom out, see if we can actually find some weather.
I like the noises.
Yeah, there you go. Rain. Real time.
Wow. That's pretty good. I didn't know Lexus did that. Did not see that. I'm sure the RCF had it, but we were.
Yeah, I was just digging through there and I didn't find it. I don't know if it's still in the trial period or if it's permanent. I don't know. But I just thought it was kind of a nifty thing once I kind of came across it. I was like, oh, that's cool.
There's a lot of cool stuff in this car. One thing I like about this car is you get a lot of car.
Yeah.
And you pay, let's see, $35,000.
No, lower.
You're kidding.
26.
You're kidding! 26. Jesus. That is a deal. You know that, right?
Yeah, because with trading my TC and everything, I'm honestly not paying too much more than with this than what I was at the TC.
You do know how crazy that is, right?
Yeah.
Crazy big. That's crazy. That's like 30 grand off of the RCF. Because the same year as the RCF, my friend, he bought it about the same time you did. He paid 50.
Oh, wow.
50 to 60 because it's an RCF. But really, 26,000. It has some problems, a little old. I'll take it.
Yeah. I would say it needs a little bit of paint work. That's really about it, but that's probably a couple hundred. And then it's one of the little bit higher mileage ones because I had it while I was doing a lot of traveling for work. So for the past month, I've put 2,000 miles on the car. But I got it with 48,000 miles.
Okay, so you got 50, so you evened it.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think we need to go over anything.
No, that's pretty much it I could think of. I'm sure, like I said, same thing. Driving mode's there.
Well, yeah, we'll go into that. And I think that's it.
Okay.
Put it up. All right, guys, time to drive a Lamborghini Huracan. Just kidding. So you think so?
Parking brakes on.
How do I?
Foot pedal, just push it.
Okay. I hate those. They're easy, but some of them are really hard to do. My dad's truck, his old one, it was so heavy.
Like, I'll go ahead and say this personally. I like, and like I said, this is probably just something I used to because the last 3 cars I've had it, but the arm-mounted parking brake where you pull up on it, I just personally prefer that.
I see a giant difference between the RCF and the RC already. This car,
I'm guessing the ride's a little bit more comfortable.
It's it feels very, very, very different. It's not as heavy feeling. The RCF, it's a V8. You can tell.
Yeah, I say the motor's probably an extra couple 100 pounds heavier.
You feel the weight. This one feels like I'm missing something. not that's a bad thing, but
2 cylinders and like a 1.5 liters.
Yeah. But yeah, I think what's a good. There we go. I don't want eco mode. I want
Eco mode will, you have to turn it on sport to get rid of eco mode. It'll also change it to where it'll hold the revs higher.
Okay. So yeah, one thing I like about this car is you got sport mode and you got sport plus mode. I think
this one doesn't have sport. Actually it does. I don't know how to. I never used sport plus.
Mine's sport or mine's sport plus?
There we go.
Okay.
I never tried sport plus, so I learned something, and you're trying something I haven't even tried yet.
Yeah. Okay, that's I expected that. The V8 is, how do I say this? I like V8s, but what I like about a V6, it's a lot, you can get more torque out of it, whereas the V8, it takes a good bit to get to rev up.
Yeah, and also another great thing too is these things are decent on gas. I'm sure you see right now about 23 miles a gallon.
Jesus, that's really good for V6.
When I was actually traveling for work a couple weeks ago,
yeah,
I almost got 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was mostly highway driving.
That's good for a V6. V8, do you want to know how much he gets? I don't know if you want to know.
Probably, I'm gonna take a guess, 16. Actually, probably more like 15 around town, and then probably like 22 highway.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, about that.
Okay.
Sounds nice. Not going anywhere. It sounds nice. You need an exhaust.
Yeah, I would say that's. I'm probably gonna get me an air intake. Actually, I'm probably gonna order that here probably in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna probably do the exhaust probably here, definitely probably within the next 6 months.
But besides that, the one thing I was surprised about the RCF, it doesn't feel like a sport car. It doesn't. It drives like a sedan. It's because it is a sedan, basically. It's one thing I like. It's one thing I like about it. Like, I like sport cars, but I like the way a sedan drives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels more stable, and not.
This is, I think, more of. I mean, it's zippy when you want it to be.
Yeah.
But I think this car is definitely more of like a cruiser.
Yeah, it's a relaxer. It's something you can go on trips and stuff and have in. It's like, why you need a sport car supposed to have fun and go super fast in. One thing that most people wish a sport car could be is daily drivable, something you can really go on long trips on or something like that. Whereas if you get a Camaro, I'm sorry. I am sorry.
My buddy has a 370 and it's pretty harsh.
You cannot daily that thing.
That's kind of the reason I got this thing too, was especially like the TC compared to this. The TC was pretty hard, and it wasn't. I mean, you got great gas mileage in it. I mean,
it's a good car. It's like one thing I like about Toyotas. They're not. What the heck is that car doing?
But with the TC in between the stiff suspension and the seats, after about 3 hours on like a long trip, I know I went to Florida last summer in it, and that was like a 12-hour drive. My back was killing me about 3 hours. I had to stop every 2 or 3 hours just so I can get out, because my back, like, it would, like, the entire trip was beating me up.
All right, try Sport Plus mode. Ooh, That's a bit better. That's a lot better than sport mode. That's a whole lot better. That's a whole lot better. That's like a different world. That's one thing.
That was actually a lot quicker than I normally expected because, like I said, I never tried Sport Plus.
Dude, okay, I think you should keep it in Sport Plus from now on. Man, that's fun. One thing my friend, when he showed me about different modes, is Sport Plus, each mode does completely, it's so different. It changes the way it drives completely. So that's why they wanted, Lexus wanted to do with this car and F Sports, they want the car to be, not necessarily be fast,
but dynamic. Yeah,
they want you to feel, experience amazing is their slogan. They went from being, what was it? The best or not? No, that's Mercedes. I forget what it was called. It was.
I know Toyota's was moving forward until the whole recall with them moving forward.
Yeah, and then, but they want from that to experience amazing because they want to show you we're not about making boring cars anymore. We're not about making just regular luxury cars. We're about making something fun. Something that you can daily drive and have some fun with it.
Yeah, that's the reason I chose this too is, I said, in between performance and being comfortable, this was a solid middle ground.
Yeah, it's a good car. It may not, I mean, don't get me wrong, the V8's a gorgeous, it's fun, but it's a gas guzzler.
Yeah, it's not very practical.
It's very loud, and one thing I don't like about, I love V8s, don't get me wrong, the one thing I don't want daily a V8 is because they are such, you have to wait forever just to get them revved up. But once you get revved up, they go so fast, wee woo, you can't have fun with it. Whereas this, you can put this in sport mode, you can get up, it has a good, it's not, I give too high RPMs to really get up and go and have some fun with it. And how fast you're going? Probably about 50 miles an hour, something like that. Yeah. Not too fast.
Yeah, I would say it feels quick, and at the same time too, not enough to get you in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I like about my Corolla. My Corolla ain't no, it cannot be an SI or a Jetta GTI or anything really fast any day. Cannot be it. But what's good about it, it's reliable, it's fun. I can have fun with it without, a cop looking at me every single time. Like, don't get me wrong, I love this car. It's gorgeous looking. It doesn't really stand out. It kind of blends in a little bit, especially when you get silver. And what I like about it, you can change a good color for the interior. You can have your look.
I mean, it's the same color as that Mazda, so.
Yeah, you can get. It looks plain Jane, still good looking, but it blends in. Whereas the interior is so gorgeous looking, so just really good looking. But when you show up to a car show, it's not, how do I say, too bland looking. That still looks, it's still like, oh, that's a really good car, good looking car. Don't know what that is, but it's good looking, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I know outside aesthetically, I'm not doing anything to it because I think how it is, it's fine.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Lexus makes some good looking cars without being too overstyled. Like, it's good looking, but it's not crazy looking that everyone's gonna look at you. Like, I love the Forester N, it's some of my favorite car. I know I'm gonna get looked at a lot because the way it looks.
Yeah.
And I love the car, and I'm waiting to overlook it, but I know I'm gonna have that problem. This car, you don't have that problem. It's you're gonna say, oh, insurance is gonna be crazy. Actually,
it's not too much more than my TC.
Exactly, and that was a 4-cylinder.
Yeah. The TC was considered a high-risk car too because you have people, a lot of kids in high school get them. Then they wreck it 6 months later and cause insurance premiums to go up.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a good car. So really, if you're looking for something like, now don't give this to a teenager. Do not give a Lexus to a teenager. Good God, that would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
But if you want to give something for yourself, or maybe your kid is about to graduate college, or something like that, and they've been like, I want a sport car, give them this. This is a really, really good car.
This ain't daddy's money, this is my money. So.
Yeah, exactly. But if you're buying it yourself, I do recommend it, but just don't get a tan interior. I don't like tan. I do like how I like the black and red, but one thing I do like is the white interior. The white comes these blue accents that are the same color as the Lexus color, and it's gorgeous.
What color was the RCF?
Black.
Black, okay.
Similar color as yours. Thanks, Mayor. Whereas this engine, it's solid, gets good noise, and when you are really want how do I work, you can do this. Ooh, that's pretty quick. Brakes aren't the best, so don't do too much crazy stuff with this car. But yeah, I like the paddles. Like I said, the letter's nice. The interior, I'll go in more into the stuff, but solid car. Would I buy one? Yeah, I wouldn't mind one. I wouldn't mind one. But you know, it's not bad. There are other cars that are better than this, but you know, this you can't beat. You can't beat what you get with this car.
Yeah.
You're like, it's such a good bargain.
Yeah, and with the price that I was offered for it, I was like, I'm getting it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a solid car, and all the stuff you get with such a good car, a good deal on them. It's a bargain.
Yeah, I would say this one, I felt like I got an exceptionally good deal on, but with lower mileage, you could still get them for around 27, 28.
Yeah, exactly.
With like 30,000 miles.
Exactly. Not bad. Not bad. So yeah, thank you, Matt. It was a pleasure.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, time for the honest review. Initiate. Hey, what's up, guys? And this is the first honest review of 2020. Here we go. I absolutely love this car. It's the RC. I've always liked the RC ever since I drove the RCF. And the V6 is a good bargain. But if you don't want a sport car, I don't recommend getting the RC. Not because it's not a good car. It's just if you really want there's just other better cars for the money that's performance oriented. Now, if you do want a sport car and you want a Lexus sport car, I do recommend the RC. It's a really great car, really good engine, really good performance, but it's not a performance car. The V6 is pretty good. It's pretty sporty, but it's not all that loud. The transmission's a little weird. It's not really all that fast. You don't really feel like you're getting up and go. But you know, it's not that bad of a car. It's gonna be good on insurance. It's good daily driver. It's nothing too performance oriented. It's like a good middle ground between performance, fun, and still daily drivable. That's what I like about it. But if you do want a performance sport car Lexus, get an RCF. It's a whole lot more fun, a whole lot faster, and it's just a good value for the money. But it's 50 grand, and if you don't want to shell out 50 grand, don't get the RCF. Get the RC350. It's not. I want to say maybe it's about 30 to 40% less fun, but still, it's still a fun car. Don't get me wrong, it's still a great car. I actually prefer the RCF to some sport cars. I'm not gonna say one because my good buddy owns it, but it's still a fantastic car, and I highly recommend it. Now, there are some bad things about it that I did mention before in the video. The transmission is not, it needs, there's something wrong with it. Lexus needs to fix it. Yeah, and when you're not in Sport Plus mode, it's completely fine. It runs, it knows what it's doing. It's a transmission, it knows what it's doing. But when you put that in Sport Plus mode, it's like the transmission doesn't really know what to do with all like, you know, it's like, oh, I need to go really fast. I mean, more fun. Trying to give you we're having fun, right? And it's like I'm not used to this. What am I doing? It's like it doesn't know what to do. Like this transmission's not really made for that kind of driving. Now the RCF has I think a slightly different transmission, and it's way better. It drives fine. There's all the different modes. It's really made for this kind of a car. But besides that, it's not that bad. Just, you know, it's a little weird, but it's not. I don't think it's breaking the car or anything. It gets up and goes, has a lot of fun, and you have a lot of technology for it, and it's such a gorgeous car. One thing I love about Lexus, and especially the RC, they made the interior so beautiful. Just to look at it, it's like an art piece. A luxury car should be an art. It's when you design a luxury car, you want to make it look really classy and nice. And this is a sexy, classy car. It's not cheap. It's not more of the hey, look, I'm a Ferrari kind of car. It's more of hello, I'm Lexus RC. I'm a Lexus RC. How do you do? Shall we go to the ball? That's kind of how the cars are. They're really great cars, and to me, if I was going to go on a date in a sport car, I would pick a Lexus, especially the RC, because it's classy, it's good looking, and it's not too overstyled. That's what I like about it. It does. You're not gonna get the wrong girl in it, and I'll guarantee you, you will get a girl. Whatever girl you get in this car, she will appreciate the car, and she will probably like it because it's the thing about girls. Unlike guys, you probably know this. Girls do not care for a Ferrari or flashy cars. They don't care for it. If they do, they're not the right girl for you. Girls typically look for something really nice and elegant looking, something proper, something clean looking, very nice, sharp, good looking, without being too overstyled. And that's what I like about the Lexus RC. It's a good example of that, and still a fun car to drive. So if you really want something to daily drive and have some fun and get a good, and you can't afford an RCF, get the RC 350 RF Sport. If you really don't want a performance car at all, like no sportiness at all, you can get the base model. But honestly, get the F Sport. It's only like a tiny bit more, and you get a whole lot better, more fun with it. It's just. Trust me, I'm the reviewer. I know what I'm doing. Trust me, get the F Sport. I know what I'm talking about. Just trust me on this one. Now, if you really do want full performance or Lexus sport car, get the F. Do not get the Lexus 350 F Sport. It's just not. That is not a bad car. The engine's great. It's just not going to give you what you want. But if you're alright with not being complete performance oriented car, it's not that. It's a great deal to have and a great bargain for $26,000. And that's it for this video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.